Sean Myers here of the Westmoreland Sports Network, joined by the PIAA Class 5A softball champion head coach Denny of Penn-Trafford. You kind of have a little laugh just hearing that. What does it mean to you to capture this team accomplishment?
Everything. I mean, it's what we've been working for 10 years. The whole coaching staff, all the girls, it just made everything, all the bumps in the road and not winning the WPIAA and, times, 5 years ago where we fought some adversity, it made everything worth it. It was awesome.
You mentioned 10 years. This really goes back to when your daughter was very little and you decided to get into coaching softball, right? Because you were a baseball guy.
Yeah, I was a baseball guy at Greensburg, Salem, Hempfield, Penn-Trafford, and my older daughter, Megan, who goes to IUP, was very little. So I got into it, and she plays at IUP. So I got into it over 13 years ago, and I just love the sport. It's, I always say, I hope I can say it on the air, it's like baseball on crack. It's so fast-paced, and so I just fell in love with it.
You talk about the fast pace. The first 2 innings felt like they lasted about 8 minutes. Everyone is swinging at the first pitch. Did you see that your team started to maybe settle in, become a little bit more patient, and maybe a little more selective as the game went along, or was it the same approach, just different results?
It's always the same approach. It's just the second time through. Sometimes they're going to capitalize. So it's always the same approach. You go up and you hit your pitch, and our kids do it really well. And like I said, it's the same approach. So.
You have these sophomores that are terrific all season long, but it seemed like the last couple of games, it was the senior hitters, in particular Emma Armstrong. She was just incredible again today. She has 3 RBIs, the big hit early and then the solo blast. What stood out about her and your entire group of seniors?
She's just mature beyond her years. And she just, everything to her, she is the biggest team player I've ever coached. And she does everything for this team. And even when they're talking, she put the team on her back, but everyone else gets the credit. And that's the type of kid she is. That's why she's going to Division I. That's why she's where she's at right now.
From a senior to a freshman, Mia Smith comes in. Now this time it was a little bit more of a difficult circumstance for her to come in mid-inning in the 5th inning. She was able to get out of that jam despite a hard hit ball. And then the 6th and 7th, that's kind of what we saw all season long. She just comes in, attacks the hitters, and gets the better of them.
I think it's the taekwondo that Emma Armstrong and Mia go to the same guy. And I think it's just, I'm being serious here. I'm not even joking. It's a mental discipline that she comes in and she does her job. You hear all these girls say, I do my job. But you tell it to those two, and I really do think it's that discipline of the taekwondo that just, it's like she has ice in her veins. She comes out and she does it, and she's a freshman, once again, mature beyond her years.
Morgan Hilty and Carly Lamaze seem to be pretty comfortable getting out of bases-loaded jams between the victory against Donegal on the near wild pitch, and then today on the pickoff. That was something that you specifically called as a pitch out, right?
I don't call a thing. That's all Richie. That's all Richie Ginther, and sometimes a lot of times it's between Emma Armstrong and Carly. And Richie Ginther's our defensive coach. The whole defense is in his hands. The pitching is in Mike Smith's hands. The only thing I do is offense. So we're a coaching staff as a unit. I couldn't tell you if they're running a play or not. So they know when to do it. And they've done it all year. She did it in the West Allegheny game with me on the mound to pick somebody off.
When you guys came up short in the WPIAL playoffs, you lost in the semifinals. You knew you still had a chance if you won the consolation game. What did you see as far as the team's mindset following that loss?
I'll tell you, I was a blubbering idiot. I was, basically in pieces. And that once again, our coaching staff, Richie Ginther, I didn't know what to say to him. He walked out. He goes, what's better than a WPIAL? He goes, a PIAA championship. And I saw the girls just go, we got you, coach. It crushed me, but I can't let them know that. But man, he was right. This is sweeter.
So Denny Little, now a state championship softball coach. How do you celebrate, and how does the team celebrate this victory?
No Chick-fil-A today. We're going to go out to eat, and then we'll probably go to the creamery. They like the creamery. And then we're just going to That's how we do it. We like to eat. Our mantra is, tonight we eat.
Well, you certainly were able to eat all state postseason. Penn-Trafford head coach Denny Little, his team scores a 5-3 victory over Lampeter Stroudsburg here in state championship play.